In this tutorial, you will create the solid model of the clamp shown in the drawing displayed here. The sketch of the model and its dimensions are shown in the drawing. The following steps are required to complete this model. First, launch the ANSYS Workbench. Second, add the geometry component system to the project. Third, start design modeler window and specify unit system. Fourth, draw the sketch for the base feature on the XY plane. Fifth, create the base feature. Sixth, create the circular cutout. Seventh, create the blend feature. Eighth, save the project and exit the ANSYS Workbench session. So, let's get started. Launch the ANSYS Workbench and click on OK button to continue. To create the practice model, click on Component Systems. Select the Geometry option from the list and drag it to the project schematic window as shown. Enter the project name as required. Here, we have named it as AN003. Once done, hit the Enter key. Click on the Save button in the standard toolbar. A new window pops up. Here, you can navigate to your desired directory or folder where you want to save your project. We have considered the location in C drive for this purpose. Once location and folder is set, provide the file name and click on Save button. Double-click on the geometry cell in the clamp component system. The design modeler window along with the ANSYS Workbench dialog box is invoked. Select mm radio button to specify the unit of length and then click OK. In the tree outline, expand the AN003 node, if not already expanded. Select XY plane from tree outline to activate it. Select Look At tool from shortcut menu to orient the sketching plane normal to the viewing direction. Choose the Sketching tab from the bottom of tree outline to switch to the sketching mode. Choose the Circle tool from the Draw toolbox. Select Center Point anywhere on XY plane and move the cursor away from the center and click. Use same center and create another circle as illustrated. Press the Escape key to exit the Circle tool. To constrain the center point, expand Constraints tool from Toolbox. Select Coincident tool from the list. Now, select the center of the circles and click on any plane where you want both the circles to coincide with. Next, we have to give dimensions for the circles. For that, expand Dimension toolbox. Choose Radius tool from tree outline and select Circles. To edit dimensions, click on the R1 tab at the bottom and enter the new value. Choose R2 to enter the new dimension. After the circular entities are created, we need to create the linear entities. Now, choose Draw toolbox and select Line tool from the list. Move the cursor near the circumference of outer circle and click when the symbol of coincident constraint C is displayed. Move the cursor towards left and click to draw horizontal line. Now, draw the vertical second entity and then draw horizontal third entity. Make sure that the end point of third entity is coincident with the inner circle. Next, we have to replicate the drawn entities on the other side of X-plane such that the sketch becomes mirror copy of the existing sketch. To do that, expand Modify toolbox and choose Replicate tool. Next, select entities which you want to replicate. And then right-click in the Graphics window. Choose and use Plane Origin as Handle option. The preview of the entities to be replicated along with the paste handle is displayed here. To flip replicated entities, right-click in Graphics window and select Flip Vertical option. Now, move the paste handle to the origin and click when the symbol of coincident point constraint P is displayed. Now, mirror copies of the selected entities are replicated at their required locations. Right-click in the Graphics window and select End option to exit the Replicate tool. Now, to give dimensions to these entities, expand Dimension tab and choose Length or Distance tool. Select horizontal line from sketch, that is, just above X-axis, and topmost line to give dimension L3. Now, choose topmost horizontal line and bottommost horizontal line to create dimension L4. Select any one of the two vertical lines and Y-axis to create dimension L5. Next, we need to trim the unwanted portion of the sketch using Trim tool. Expand Modify toolbox and choose the Trim tool. Next, trim the sketch to required shape by clicking on undesired segments as illustrated here. Press Escape key to exit the Trim tool. To alter the given dimensions, click on the L3 edit box and enter required value. Now, expand Constrain toolbox to apply constraints to the sketch. Choose Equal Length tool from it to constrain the sketch. Select any one of the vertical lines and then select second line to make them equal in length. Similarly, select topmost horizontal line and bottommost horizontal line to make them equal in length. Next, select the remaining horizontal lines to make them equal in length. Now, alter the L4 dimension as illustrated. Similarly, give the new value to L5 dimension. Click on the Extrude tool from the Feature toolbar. The preview of the Extrude feature is displayed in Graphics window. Next, select on the Apply button to confirm Extrude feature. Now, specify the direction by choosing the Both Symmetric option. Now, to alter the depth of the Extrude feature, click on Depth field entry and enter the required depth. Click on the Generate button in the toolbar to complete the base feature. Right-click on the sketch 1 in the tree outline and choose the Hide sketch to hide the sketch. Next, we need to create the circular cutout on the two rectangular flanges of the base feature. Therefore, we have to define new plane on the top flat face of the flange and draw the sketch for the circular cutout. Next, select XY plane and choose the New Plane tool from the toolbar. Now, click on the Type Edit option and select From Face option. Next, click on the highlighted box of Base Face option and select the face of the flange. Then, click Apply to confirm. Click on Generate button available in the Feature toolbar to generate the new plane. Click on the Look At tool in the Graphics toolbar. We can use Zoom tool from the toolbar to zoom in required portion of the base feature. Press Escape key to exit Zoom tool. Select Sketching tab to switch to sketch mode once again. Now, pick the Circle tool from Draw toolbox. Define center of the circle and move the cursor away from the center to create circle. To give dimensions to this circle, expand Dimension toolbox and choose the Length Distance tool. Click on Vertical plane and center of the circle to define dimension. Similarly, select Horizontal plane and center of the circle to define dimension L2. Now, choose Diameter tool from Tree Outline to define diameter D3 of circle. Click on the D3 edit box to change the diameter value of the circle. In the same way, change the L1 and L2 dimensions. Now, choose Extrude tool from the Feature toolbar. Now click on the Apply option at the bottom of the tree outline. Then click on the Operation window and select Cut Material option. To define the cutout depth, select the option named as To Surface in Extent Type drop-down list. Click on the Target Face selection box and select the bottom face of the second flange. And then click on Apply button. Now, click on Generate button in the toolbar to complete the cutout feature. Right-click on the Sketch 2 in the tree outline and choose Hide Sketch option from the menu. To remove the sharp edges from the clamp, you need to create fillets at the vertical edges of the clamp. For this feature, choose Fixed Radius tool from the Blend drop-down list. Press the Ctrl key and select all 4 vertical edges. And then click on Apply button. Choose FD1 edit box to enter the new radius value. Click on the Generate tool in the toolbar to complete the blend feature. Now click on the Save button in the standard toolbar to save the model. Close the Design Modeler window and click on Save button in the Workbench window. With this, we have completed all the 8 steps involved in the creation of the model of clamp, which helps us to learn creation of blend features and extrude cutout features. Next, we'll be learning about line bodies in ANSYS Workbench. After completing this session on line bodies, you will be able to first, understand line bodies and cross sections. Second, apply cross section to line bodies. Third, create pattern features. Fourth, create surface from sketches. So let us illustrate this with the help of a tutorial. In this tutorial, you will create the line body for a beam having T section as shown in the drawing displayed here. Launch the ANSYS Workbench and click OK to continue. To create this model, click on Component Systems. Select the Geometry option from the list and drag it to the project schematic window as shown. Enter the project number as you need. Here we have named it as AN004. Press Enter key once done. Now click on the Save button in the standard toolbar to save the project. Now navigate to your desired directory or folder where you want to save the project. We have taken a location in C drive for this purpose. Once location and folder is set, provide the file name and click on Save button. Double-click on the geometry cell in the clamp component system. The Design Modeler window along with the ANSYS Workbench dialog box is invoked. Select millimeter radio button to specify the unit of length and then click on OK button. In the tree outline, expand the AN004 node, if not already expanded. Select XY plane from tree outline to activate it. Click on the Look at tool in the shortcut menu to orient the sketching plane normal to the viewing direction. Click on the Sketching tab from the bottom of tree outline to switch to the sketching mode. Now select Line tool from the Draw toolbox. Move the cursor near origin and click once the symbol of coincident point constraint P is displayed. Next, move the cursor towards right in such a way that the symbol of horizontal H and coincident constraint C is displayed at the end point of the line. Now, create the line and press Escape key to exit the Line tool after that. Next, expand the Dimensions toolbox and choose the General tool. Move the cursor and click at the location where you want to place the dimension. In the Detail View window, click in the Edit box and enter the new value. Here we have entered 250. Now we need to convert the drawn sketch to a line body frame. Next, click on the Concept button of the menu bar and select the Lines from Sketches tool option from drop-down list. Next, select the line drawn earlier and then click on the Apply button in the Details View window. Next, click on the Generate tool from the toolbar. To change the view to isometric view, click on the Isometric View option in toolbar. After defining the line body, we need to define the cross-section of the line body. For that, expand Concept menu and select Cross-section and choose the option T-section. Now, the T-section is displayed in Graphics window along with its dimensions, and a new node with name 1 cross-section is added in the tree outline. Change the dimension values as required in the Details View window as illustrated. Next, expand the one part, one body node and select the line body displayed under it. In the Details View window, select the field labeled as Cross Section. Click on the down arrow and select T1 option. And also select Offset Type field and choose Centroid option if it is not already selected. Next, we need to view the cross-section assigned to the line body and change its orientation as per requirement. To do that, click on the View option from the main menu in the top and select the option Cross-Section Solids from drop-down list. Now the model is complete. We can view it in different orientations.
After creating the 3D model, you need to save the file before you exit the ANSYS Workbench sessions. Thanks for tuning in and have a great day.